Hello children, welcome back. In the last video, I have explained you about how to use formulas and function within your MS Excel. I hope whatever the functions and formula I have taught you, you must have practiced that. So today we'll see about a few more like changing the tab color, sorting, filtering data and how to insert charts in MS Excel. So I'll continue wherever we have left. So we have done till uh, how to use functions and formula within your MS Excel. Okay, so I'll continue with that. So the next thing which I have mentioned within your notes is changing the tab color. So as I've already taught you about how to add different sheets within your MS Excel. So as you know how to add, so by clicking on this plus sign we can add different sheet within your MS Excel. You can rename the sheet using the right click on that and writing as rename. Okay, so what is this changing the tab color? Suppose if you have too many sheets within your Excel file and you want to color that so that it will be easy for you to um, notice that which are the data that is saved in your MS Excel. So what you can do is just go in that sheet, right click on that sheet and you will get an option tab color. So you can select any color. So as you can see, it's the color which you are selecting, it will appear within that color. So sheet 2 tab color. So like this you can change the color. You will also get a more color option where you can create your own color. So as you click on more color, this small window will get open. So from here there are two options. So according to that, whichever the color which you want to create. So as you can see, it's display over here. So once you click on OK, so that color will get appear to your sheet. So this is about how to change the tab color within your MS Excel. Then next thing that I have given you is sorting your data. Now what is this sorting your data? Sorting your data means arranging your data in ascending or descending order. As you all know, the Excel that we use, it contains a huge amount of data. So when there is a huge amount of a data and when you want to sort your data in ascending order or descending order, so we can take a help of this sorting. So now let's see how to sort your data. So to sort your data, so here I have already created your some data over here. So what you are going to do is you will select the data. After selecting your data, now you will go within a data tab. After clicking on data tab, you will get an option over here uh, called as a, now within the sort and filter group you will get an option sort. Now again you can see over here it's showing something sort smallest to largest, and there is one more option sort largest to smallest. So in this directly you can sort your data, but I'll show you using how to sort your data using this option also, and again then I'll show you how to use this sort command and how to apply the sorting on your MS Excel. So to sort your data, what you can do is you have to select that particular column. So I've selected the column. So as you can see, here are the name of the students and it is not arranged in an alphabetic order. So if you want to arrange this in alphabetic order, so I'll select that column. I'll just click on that A to Z. Now I am sorting lowest to highest. As I am clicking on this, it's giving me a warning over here. I'll click on sort option. You can see over here my data has sorted. Now how it will get sorted? As you can see, there are two names starting with A alphabet. So it will start with first letter and then it will compare the second letter. So according to the second letter, whichever is coming in alphabetic order first, and then it will sort. You can see when I am apply the sort, not only this particular column but the data which contain within that single row, that also gets sorted. I'm going back. So this was my data earlier, and when I sort the option, So now what I'll do, so you can see the roll number 1 2 3 4. These are in order. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll use the second option, that is sort largest to smallest. I'll click on that, and again this warning, sort. You can see not only that particular column but the entire row gets sorted within that. Okay, now here you can see it's not sorted properly because I have leave the space in front of the data, so that's why it's not sorting properly. So you have to be very careful while using this sorting your data. So according to that your data will get sorted. So first you have to remove the data or whatever the special characters that you are using, and then you have to sort your data. So this was about using the directly sort largest to smallest and smallest to largest. Now let's see how to use this sort command by using this button. Okay, so again what I'll do, I'll go back in my previous data. So this was my data. Okay, so what I'll do is again select the data. Now I'll click on this option, sort. Now you can see one small window has got open. Okay, now in this what you will do, now suppose I want to sort data according to the name and even according to the division. So what I want to sort the data alphabetic order, and even I want to sort division wise also. So for that what you are going to do is select your data, go in a data tab and go in a sort command. So you will use this sort command, and then this box will get open. Now what I want to sort, first I want to sort name column. Okay, so how I want to sort, you will not do anything on the sort on. Within this sort by, I'll select the name of the column. Sometimes it also comes as ABCD, so from there you can select the column name, and then you will go in order. So I want A to Z, so I'll select this A to Z, and now I'll click on OK. So when I click on OK, so it will sort only that one column, but as I said I want to sort according to the division wise also. So what I will do, I'll click on this add label. Okay, so how it will sort, first it will sort according to the name, and with the name it will also see the division. So I'm selecting a division over here, sort A to Z, and now I'll click on OK. Now again I'll select the column. On this option I'll not do anything because I want the cell value, and within this I'll select A to Z and then click on OK. You can see how it has got sorted. So this has sorted AAA. So the names who start with A, so that's why it has sorted with A. So this has grouped together. Then within this names of the student, then come D. Okay, so within D we have C and A, so that's why they have sorted. Now again when this sorting, so you will say that division A will come first and then division C. No, the reason is that you can see the name, the second letter of this. As I said, my first was I want to sort the name and then sort by division. So that's why first it will see the first letter. Now first in both the letter D has the same value. Then it will see the second value. The second letter is E. Okay, so according to that it will sort your data. So this was about sorting your data within your MS Excel. Now let's see the second one. The second option, the second one is about filtering your data. Now what is this filtering your data? As the name filter. So filter is it allows you to set a data in a range. So from out of, suppose now we have only this much data, but what if I have a huge number of data, such as I have the 200 name of the students, and out from that I want to filter any data. So now suppose I have a class list with the marks of the student, and I want to display from the like I just want to display a data of A division. So this is my division. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll select the data. Again I'll go in data, and now I'll select this filter option. Okay, so as you click on the filter option, you can see some arrow has got appear. Okay, so as I said, I want to display the name of the students, those who are in A division. So what I'll do is I'll click on this arrow. Okay, so from here, this I'll remove all and I'll just select A. I'll put a tick mark on that A and I'll click on OK option. You can see the name, the student, those who are in A division, only their data will get appear, rest all will get disappear. It will get hidden from the data. It will get hide from the data which is present. Okay, if you want it back, just go back over here and select all and click on OK option. Your data will come back. Same way, if you want to do it for division B, so just remove the tick mark. Suppose I want from the two division B and C, I don't want A. So I'll select this two division and I'll click on OK. So only this two division will get appear. And if I want to sort according to A to Z, so I'll click on this sort. It will get sorted according to that. So this was about filter. Now there are three types of filter. One is a auto filter, second one is a custom filter, and the third one is advanced filter. So the one which you have just now seen, like going that particular column, deselect the data that you want and click on OK. So that is called as a auto filter. A simple, like basically data whatever is coming, go in that particular row or column, apply the filter and you will get the result. Okay. Custom filter is based on multiple condition. Now what is this multiple condition? So first what I'll do now, suppose if I want to remove this filter, what you will do, you will just go back in a data and remove the filter. As you remove, your data will come again. Okay, so I'll select the data, I'll click on filter. Now what is this custom filter? Let's see. So for the custom filter, again you will follow the same step. Select the data, go in a data tab, click on the filter. Now what I want, I'll go in English, I'll click on this English, and what I will do, now custom filter, I want to put a condition. Okay, I'll select this greater than or less than. I'm going now, instead of going here, I'm going in a number filter, and now suppose greater than or equal to, I'm selecting this greater than or equal to. What I'm selecting now, as you click on this, you can see custom filter is greater than or equal to. So I'll type some value, that suppose I want to display the marks of English, those who are those who have score a marks between 50, I'll put one more condition, less than. So greater than 50 and less than suppose 80. So I'm putting a condition over here. So this is called as a custom filter. So what this will do, this will check the number which comes between 50 and 80. Once you have done, click on OK. So you can see those who have scored the marks above 50 and less than 80 will get displayed. So I have put a condition on this column within English column. So that's why only that column you have to check. You will not see the rest of thing. Okay. So this is how it's called as a custom filter. If you want to remove, just click on the filter button. It will get removed. So that was about a custom filter. So it is used to apply a multiple condition. So along with that, filter, suppose if you want to try out with some other filter option, less than, top 10, above, whatever the option that you want to select. So from here you will select, suppose now I am selecting equal to 50 and OK. Okay, so no one have score equal to 50. So it will give you as a blank. So this is called as a custom filter. So you using this filter option, you can try out the different condition that you can see. It's gives you so many option. So you can also use the shortcut key Control Shift plus L. So what you can do, select the data, you can use Control Shift plus L. So as you press Control Shift plus L, this filter command gets applied to your data and you can sort your data. Advanced filter is the one where there is a complex criteria that we use. Okay, so it copies a filter data from different locations. So we are not going to say this is advanced. So we are not going to see, because it filters the data from a different location also. When suppose you have a different number of files, like how we have formulas and function, how we have done um, arranging a different sheet from one sheet to another sheet. It's extract the data and put. Same thing, advanced filter is also like that. Let's move on to the next part. So I've already explained you about custom filter. Removing filter, as I've explained you just have to go within, select your data and just click on the filter data. The filtering which was applied to your data, it will get removed. Now let's start with charts in Excel. So now what is the charts? Charts is also called as a graphs. So you must be aware, your math teacher have already taught you about how to draw charts using the data. So there are different types of a chart which are present in MS Excel. So what is the use of this? This chart helps you to compare the value, and it helps you in a pattern. It will display a data in a pattern wise. So you must be aware of the different charts, pie chart, bar graph, like that. There are different charts. Now let's see in MS Excel. First of all, we'll see how to insert the chart, and we'll see the different charts which is present in MS Excel. So I'll use the same data. So to insert a chart, what we'll do is I'll select the data which you want. So very first thing is select your data. After selecting your data, you will go in the insert tab, and after inserting, okay, so you can see within a chart group you will get different types of chart. So when you move the mouse, it will show you insert column or bar chart. Okay, like this there are different charts which are available, line chart, many different pie chart. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll click on this see all chart. I'll click on this arrow which you can see, this is called as a dialog launcher. Okay, so I'll click on that. So as I click on that, you will get one tab window like this. Okay, now you will click on all charts. You can see the number of charts which are present. Now one more thing in this, my version is different, so that's why you will get so many options. If you are using any other version within your computer, so according to that it will display the charts. Sometimes you might not get so many charts, whichever this funnel, combo, waterfall, box and whisker, like this option you will not see, you will not get. Okay, so my version is different, that's why you might see some more different types of chart. So suppose which are the now column. Now as you can see, so many options are present. Okay, now first let's see the simple chart, how to insert, and after that I'll explain you the different chart type. So I'll select the first column chart. So when you select the column chart, you can see the different, it will get you can see over here how it will get displayed. So I'm selecting the second option. So like this, when you click on this, it will get preview over here. So what I'll do, I'll first select a simple one, and after that I'll explain you how to format your chart. So I'm selecting the first option, okay, which is called as a cluster column. And when you move the mouse, it will also show you the name of that chart type. See, 3D cluster column, 3D stack column. So like this, there are different types of chart within that one category of chart. And now I'll select. Once you select the chart type, whatever you want, you will click on OK option. Okay, so you can see your chart will get inserted within your Excel. So this is your chart and this is the data. So whatever the data you are selecting, according to that it will get displayed. Now suppose instead of selecting this entire data, I'll select only few data. Let's suppose I'll select only this much part. So now you can see it's not applying. Okay, I'll explain you about how to do that. Okay, so before I start with how to format your chart, let me explain you about the components of the chart. I'll increase the size. Okay, so now let's see the component of the chart. So as you must be knowing about x-axis, y-axis, yes. So I'll start with that. So this horizontal line. So you can also see when I move the mouse, it gives me the components. So this horizontal line is called as a x-axis. So this is also called as x-axis, horizontal axis or category axis. Okay. Then we have this. So this is called as a vertical axis, which is also called as a y-axis or also called as a value axis. Okay. Then on the top where it gives you a chart title. So this is called as a chart title. So you can change the name of your chart title whatever you want. So if I want to change, I have changed the name of my chart title. So this is your chart title. Then this is called as a legend. Okay, so this will indicates that the blue line indicates English, that orange line indicates math. Okay, so like this is called as a legend. These are the name of the student and these are their the values which like I have entered the marks out of 100. So according to that it will get displayed. Okay, as I have told you, this is y-axis, this is x-axis, this is a chart title, this is a legend. Then these are the data label, data point or a mark, and this where you have drawn, this is called as a chart area. So this is the area where your chart are drawn. Chart area, this area includes all the object of the chart. So the entire, all this chart, you can see this rectangular box. So that is your chart including all the chart title, x-axis, y-axis, legend. So that is called as a chart area. Y-axis, value axis, so vertical axis, which I've already explained you about this vertical axis and category axis. Plot area, so this is a rectangular area within the chart area. So what is this plot area? Chart area is one which contains entire thing, that rectangular box of this, that is called as a chart area. And plot area is the one where you can see your data, the graphs which are drawn on your within your file. Okay, so this part, only this part from x-axis to y-axis, so that is called as a plot area. Then we have a chart title. So I'm already explaining about the chart title. So this is your chart title. Then legend, yes, the legend is the one which indicates the value of that. Like if you have done your math graphs in math, okay, in that using the different like plotting a dot 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 for different, each different subject, it's showing some color. Okay, so that will indicate. So this part is called as a legend. Then we have a data series. So data series is the one which plots everything. Okay, so here we have used a column chart. So each this is called as a data series. Then okay, so that's what about the components of the chart. Now let's see how to format your chart. Okay, so now if you remember, I have explained you about that when you insert any object within your Word, PowerPoint, even within your MS Excel. So what happened when you insert any object? Object means the thing that you are inserting. It can be picture, it can be any drawing shape. If you are drawing any shape, if you are inserting any audio, if you are inserting any video. Okay, so these are all objects. So now over here my object is chart. Okay, so when you insert a chart, a tab gets appeared on the over here. Okay, same way. Now suppose I'm clicking outside anywhere, you can see that two tabs which was present, that has got disappear. So if you want to apply the formatting, what you can do, just click on that and this two tab you will get. Okay, now again I'll repeat, my version is different, that's why sometimes you will get only two tabs. If you are using Excel 7 or 10, you will get a three tabs. Okay, one is a design, layout, and one is a format. So what they have done, so instead of making three tabs, they have created only two tabs, and the tab layout tab, they have distributed that commands like the different groups into this two tab. So here you will get only two tab. So I'll start with the chart design. So now let's see the different I'll explain you only the main formatting that are required for your changing that are required to format your chart. Okay, I'll start with here add chart element. Okay, so now from here add chart element. So the just now I explained you about the different chart element. Okay, you can see it's showing axis. So if you want primary, horizontal, how you want, you can see how it's showing. I'm moving the mouse, just have a look. If you don't want any axis to be shown, so it will display like that. Okay, so this was about the axis. Then we have a again now axis title. Okay, so if you want to name to your axis, so you can use this option to your horizontal or vertical. Then we have a chart title. So chart title is the one, student data is a chart title. So if you want to remove, you can click on none option, your chart title will get removed. If you want to add, go. Now where you want to add your chart title, above chart, centrally overlay, like it will overlap on that chart. Okay, then data labels. Now how you want your data labels. So now by default it's selected none. Now what is this data label? You can see label means, data label means the value whatever that data contain, so that value will appear on that data grid lines, whatever the chart, insert it. So suppose now this is your data series. Okay, so on that it will display the value. So now suppose I am selecting data label outside in. Okay, I am selecting outside in. You can see. So now you can see it's showing me only in that blue color because I have selected that particular series. That's why. Okay, I'll select properly. So selecting your chart is very important. So if you are selecting only this yellow which has a SS subject, so that data value will only display on that. So I want to display all the data label. So again I'll go back, data label, I've selected outside in. You can see over here how it has appeared. So this is called as a data label. Then if you don't want the data label, just go in a data label and click on none, it will get removed. Then we have a data table. Okay, now again this data table, you can see the label, the value which contains within each, that will appear over here. So that is called as a table, data table. But mostly we don't use this option. Okay, then error bar, I'll directly jump on grid lines. Okay, so if you want any lines, grid lines, the line which you can see. Okay, so if you want to add whatever you want, so you can use that. Then we have a legend. So legend is the one, if you don't want, you can remove. You want to add where you want, top, left, bottom, wherever you want, you can, according to that you can bring. So I put it in the right side. So this was about adding chart element. Okay, now let's move on to the next, change color. So before I explain you change color, let's come on the chart style. So here you will get a different chart style. You can see the different style of my chart. So using this style you can apply, or by using the change color also you can apply. Now suppose I want to change color of my science data series. So what I'll do is I'll select that and I'll go over here and I'll apply some color. But you can see it's applying to my entire table. Okay, so this is because it's allowing me to select a color palette, either this or this. Okay, so according to that, because we are there in chart style, that's why it's not allowing me to change the color of each particular data series. I'll show you how to do that also. Okay, so now this was about chart style. Now let's move on to the switch row or column. Okay, so now what is the switch row or column? I'll directly click on that. Means this will swap the data over the axis. Now over here the name of the student was on the horizontal axis and the data 0, 10, 20, it was on the y axis. So I'll click on that. You can see it has changed now. That subject has appeared over here like English. So for English, this Arjan, whatever the name of the children. So like this you can switch your data. So again if I click on switch, it will come back. So like this you can switch your row and column. Okay, now select data. Now what is this select your data? Now suppose, now here I have selected entire data. Now what I just want to select this 3 names of the children. So using the select data, I'll select my data. So I'll go in the chart design, I'll go in select data. So as you click on select data, this small window will get appear. So what I will do is I'll just move this over somewhere else, and now click over here and just drag the data. As I said, I just want the 3 name of the children. So I'll select only that and now I'll click on OK. You can see only that. When I click on that, it will show me. So only that particular data will get selected and it will apply. So this is a very important, like suppose if you want to select, so if you have a huge amount of data and out of that if you want to select only particular data, so using this select data you can change the data. Then change chart type. So if you want to change the chart type, so suppose I'm selecting line and okay, so using the change chart type you can change the chart. So whatever the data type, chart type you are selecting, according to that the chart style will appear over here. Okay, uh, move chart. Okay, I'll just, so important is adding chart element, chart style, switch row and column, select data and chart type. Rest of the thing are not important. Now I'll move on to the next tab, which is called as a format. Okay, so now let's see about formatting tag. Okay, so I just said that, so this is, suppose I want to change the color of my each data series. I don't want this color, I want some other color. Okay, so I'll select this data series, that green color. I'll go in a shape fill, and from here I'll select the different color. You can see. So like this, each data series color you can change. So if you want to design your own color, you can go in more fill color, like how we have done in the so it's, sheet tab. So like this window will get open. You can create your own color, and once you have done, it will display over here. You can see current and new. So new is the one which you have created, and then click on OK. So like this you can change the color. Now suppose if you want to apply the shape outline, so suppose I'm selecting any outline, black, and whatever the thickness that you are selecting, so according to that the shape outline will get appear to your chart. Now suppose I'm selecting this entire and I'm applying the color. You can see. So now I've selected the entire chart area, and then if you select the color, which are the color that you will select, according to that it will get appear. So this was about how to format your chart. So what you are going to do is, so I've explained you about how to insert the chart. So by you inserting different chart, first type some data, insert the chart, and after that try to change the chart type. So all the different chart type which are present, try how it will look. Try out with different scattered area. Okay, so using all the chart type, again with this try to change the chart, add the different chart element. So using this you can apply the formatting to your chart. So with this we have completed with your chapter called as Excel function, formulas and chart. So whatever I have explained you within this and the previous video, so you are going to practice this. So with the help of practice only you will understand how exactly it works. Like I've already told you in the previous video that for the functions and from formula, which are the functions that we use, try to add different values and see how it works. Same way for the chart also, here I have displayed the different chart type. Okay, so even within the different category like column, line, other chart, bar chart, within that you will get again different chart category. So you can try out with this different chart type. And after that, here I have also listed out few shortcut keys used in MS Excel. Try to use this. And again I have given you few data like create a pie chart using this data. So you can enter this data and try to insert a pie chart. Then use this data, try to convert from column to line to scatter chart. So like this you can change the data, change the chart type. Okay, so with this we have completed with our chapter. If you have any doubts related to this chapter, you can message me on the campus care. So I will try to sort out your doubt. Okay, so as I said, it depend on the version. Mostly the chart type, when you are working with the chart, it's depend on the version that you are using. So don't get confused. If you have any doubt, feel free to message me through campus care. I will reply to your message. So with this we have completed with our chapter. I'll stop over here. See you with some new chapter with the next video. Till then, bye bye. Take care of yourself. And whatever I'm explaining you through this video, I just want you to practice this.